What is up, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Camera Junkie livestream. My name is Luis, also known as Mr. Camera Junkie, where I always remind you to upgrade your skills before your gear. And if it's your first time here, welcome. Please be sure to introduce yourself into the chat so you can get the nice Camera Junkie Crew welcome. And with that being said, the first thing that we always do around here is to go ahead and check out to see who are the first members of the crew hanging out in the chat. All right, so let's go ahead here. And we have Parker Jennings in the house saying hello, hello. We also have Gretchen in the house saying hi to myself and to Aiden. And it looks like that's it. I know Mr. Moderator Paul, we're probably not going to be seeing him here tonight. He's hanging out in the Las Vegas area getting ready for NAB. I believe NAB starts tomorrow, the 6th, on a Sunday, and it goes through till Wednesday. So pretty cool. I was supposed to be there. Excuse me. But long story short, Aiden, my wingman, my co-pilot in life, he was not allowed on the showroom floor. So we're gonna be looking for different ways and different methods to get me there, maybe for next year. But that's the plan moving forward. But not gonna cry over spilled milk, how they say. Today, I'm actually gonna be giving you a behind the scenes look and maybe even have you helping me, right? I'm trying to get the best way to display my Apple Vision Pro. I've seen a video not too long ago from Mr. Caffeinated Cameras, which I've highlighted on Cities Go, and Mr. Brandon Talbot also was talking about a like Metallica experience that you have on Apple TV, and that there's no way to share that or even clips of it, which is very it was really cool. Like, that's about it. But there are some other aspects that I am able to share, and using the power of eCam with my Vision Pro and a couple of other computers, I'm going to walk you through how I'm thinking about doing it and to see exactly how it is that I'm going to get it to broadcast. Now, just to give you a little heads up, if there's any audio issues, please let me know, because that's the issues that I've been having ahead of time as of where I'm at right now to try to share this information. So let me go move over to the next screen. So this is the idea. Let me give you a bit of behind the scenes, and I'm all out of whack. My second camera, I let the battery die, so I don't have that. Let me make sure we have the behind the scenes. Okay. The behind the scenes camera. So where are we? Over here on my left, I have a Mac Mini, and that's where actually you have or listening to the music. The music is coming from the Mac Mini, and I have it connected directly to the Rodecaster here. So the Rodecaster is processing that audio. What was happening, which I believe I just figured out in the last moments, is that what I'm planning to do, or what I'm going to do, is that I'm going to call in as a guest, right? And I'm going to call in from my Mac Mini to my Mac Studio, so that I can then use that source file of the connection through eCam on both sides, right? Well, basically just on this one. I'm going to be calling in through the browser, but at the same time, I'm going to be running eCam on this machine, not to host it, but to use one key feature, which is live demo mode. That song kind of doesn't match. I'm going to skip it. So I'm going to go over here, right? Bam. So once again, back to it. I'm going to put the live demo mode here, which is going to show the entirety of the screen, and then that's what's going to be broadcast as a guest over onto this machine. Then from this machine, I'm going to set that as a background in a scene, and then I'm going to take this main shot right here, and I'm going to put it on a bubble in the bottom right hand corner of that shot. At that moment is when I'm going to then put on the Vision Pro and connect it to that Mac Mini, and everything that's on the Mac Mini, because it's in live demo mode, should broadcast over, and we'll have the perfect overlay of me wearing the Vision Pro, you seeing what I see in the Vision Pro with my face in a bubble in the bottom right hand corner. So, like I said, there's a bit of a behind the scenes. We're just gonna work it on the fly because I was trying to get it done weeks ago, and when I tried to do it a little bit more today, still ran across some issues. So, I'm gonna get your help. Thank you ahead of time, in advance, as we set this up together. But now I'm gonna come in here and yeah, first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go live demo mode here, right? So to give you guys a behind the scenes of what I'm doing. So right here we have our eCam live, and I'm gonna actually go to my Mac Mini over here. And even though it's playing music, you see, that's what's going on, and I just figured it out. I have the Rodecaster Pro. Actually, you know what? Let me get out of live demo and then just go back to this scene. Not that one, that one. Right? Okay. I actually have the Mac Mini connected to the Rodecaster Pro. And that's how we're listening to music. And it, like, I'm saying it to break it down, and sometimes it even goes over my head. Okay, so what's happening is that once I then connected this computer, it was broadcasting the music and also broadcasting double audio, right? From the system itself directly to the Rodecaster, but then Ecamm was also broadcasting the interviews music. So it was giving like a slap back. So what we're going to do now that we're going to do, once we get there, I'm going to have to actually turn off the music because we're going to be using the system audio, and that we should be listening to everything coming from the Vision Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Yes. Okay. I had to double check. I was running everything, through my head system, so to speak. Okay, so I'm just gonna press pause right now. Okay, so the music is paused. I'm gonna open up another window over here, and I'm gonna use my join link. So what? Why would you go to fourth wall? Come on. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Like why is this giving me a problem with connection? Finally, that's what we're supposed to see, a connection. Okay, but yeah, we're not gonna do that. You see, that's another issue. Because it's connected to my Rodecaster, it's still using this microphone as its main feed. So then this microphone starts slapping back as well. Okay, so we're gonna join. And now we're asking to come over here, right? And now you'll see that I'm asked to be joined here. And now I'm gonna accept that. And I'm hearing slap back right away. So I need to go into Ecamm. Or actually, I should mute myself there. No, it's still coming in through. Right? Yes. Testing, 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 testing. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. So it's definitely coming in through here again. And this is what we're going to fix. And it shouldn't. That is so weird. Why is it doubling up the audio? Okay. So you see, like now I'm going to be reading the chat. Thank you, Gretchen. I love the comment. You see, because I'm really trying to figure out what's going on here. So I'm logged in, so I have access to this camera source, right? As a guest. So now coming back over here, just so that you could see what I see, right? In live demo mode, over here on the upper right hand corner, where's my mouse? There we go. And we zoom in over here. I have the guest Mac Mini camera, which is showing you the feed of the webcam. But what I'm gonna do over here, I'm just gonna minimize this. I'm gonna go into Ecamm, and now I'm going to put live demo mode. Turn on live demo, right? Bam. So now the feed from the camera is showing me the entire desktop. Okay. Yeah, let's go. And you know what? I'm going to go into this camera here. Right? No, is it? See? Edit. Where's the one with my face on it? No. Oh, we're jumping ahead. Where did that? Where did that go? This is still working. Okay. Yeah. Forgot to take the lens count. Okay. Then you know what? I'm just gonna duplicate this scene. Right. Just taking you guys along the ride with me. Right. I'm gonna duplicate the top down, and we're gonna call this APV, or it's the other way. AVP, Apple Vision Pro. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the feed from this, and I'm going to replace that. Okay, perfect. So now what you're seeing is my face in a bubble on the bottom left-hand corner. But then what's in the feed as far as being shared, or the camera's feed in this particular take, is actually what we're seeing. This is the desktop on the Mac Mini. Okay. All right. So now what I should be able to do, hypothetically, is connect my Vision Pro to it, and then you'll be seeing what I see in the Vision Pro. What I had to do to explain is that I had to turn off. Yeah. So I had to turn off the music, but we're going to see once again, because as of right now, the audio should be good. Let me see. Testing, test. No. Oh, is. I didn't want to speak while the echo is going on. So this is what I think I'm gonna do. Ah, unagi. Okay. Well, last week we did a test on all of the microphones from Amazon, the cheap, inexpensive microphones. So, how I need to have the Rodecaster connected to actually get the audio over in its best form. What I need to do is actually change the camera, not the camera, excuse me, the microphone feed from this computer. So the Mac Mini is coming in as a guest. And even over here, actually, you know what? Let me see something. No, because it's coming in through this feed. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to do my best. Right. So, what I was trying to explain right now is like, okay, I should be able to mute the interview guests, right? And avoid that slapback or that issue that we're having. But what I'm seeing is that it really doesn't matter, because the audio is coming in through the Rodecaster. So the doubling of the audio is over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect, just to give you guys the idea, I'm going to connect the receiver, or the transmitter, no, the receiver end of the microphone onto the Mac Mini, and then I'm going to tell Ecamm to use this as the microphone. What I'm not going to do is that I'm not going to turn it on. So it's just gonna have the receiver on, waiting for the microphone to connect, but I won't have anything connected. That should bypass it using this microphone as its microphone. Because I don't have a microphone connected to it, it should just mute it and then still allow all of the rest of the audio coming from the computer, like the music. And once I connect the Vision Pro to it, and all of that should be broadcasting without slapping back. So the first test is going to be connecting this USB to this Mac Mini, addressing the microphone to it, and then once I've addressed the microphone, it shouldn't give a slap back into the audio. And we're going to confirm this by turning on the microphone. Yeah, you see, they're muted here too. So it's so weird why it's doing that. But that's why we test. Okay. So now I just connected you see, and it changed over here. So now it's on USB 1.0. It's muted. And now let's see. Nope, still coming through. Could that be? Testing. Okay. I laughed so hard on that. Yeah, because how could I explain? I said, you know what? If I'm getting the audio still coming through, right, through the slap back, then if I mute the microphone, it should work, right? Yeah, you see, as soon as I mute the microphone, then it's no longer sending the signal back over to this side. Okay. You know what? We're going to try to do it all through the interview mode. Yes, we're learning here on the fly, guys. Okay. Okay. So now this is my idea, because we're always trying to attack it from a variety of different ways, right? Okay. This is the idea that I have now. It's almost like if you can't beat them, join them, right? What I'm going to do is that I've been trying to mute the microphone one way or another, but this computer doesn't have to physically be connected now through the physical cable to the Rodecaster because of one main thing, which is that we're getting all of the audio, or that we can get all the audio through the connection to the interview link. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. And to try to best explain it, I'm going to physically disconnect the connection, right? Right now, I'm going to disconnect. And now on the back of the Rodecaster, physically on the USB, the Mac Mini is hearing me. It's the browser. I hear slapback of me, which is probably being picked up by the microphone. That's the speaker on the Mac Mini. Hold on, Nathan. And you see, this is all of my processing power, full force right now. So interesting. Physical, physical, physical. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so now what I just finished doing was plugging in a headphone to the front connection of the Mac Mini over here, so that it's bypassing the speaker to the outside, which would be the guest coming in from the Mac Mini. So we have the fixed audio on this end so that it's not slapping back. I've disconnected the microphone over to this end. So now the only thing would be the system audio from the Mac Mini. We need to broadcast all of the system audio through the connection of interview mode. Okay, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to just minimize this window. And now we're going to go into Ecamm over here. And actually, let me see if I can show you guys again. Let me get out of live demo mode over here so that you can just see what I'm doing on this computer over here. Okay. I'm going to come over here and then I'm just going to open up the Windows, capture system audio all the time. So now Ecamm is capturing all of the system audio. That's not doing good. Oh, wait. I need Gretchen, I'll be waiting on your response. Are we hearing slapback? Are you hearing slapback at the moment? Actually, this is how I could tell. Slapback. Testing. Okay, so that's fixed. Interview mode is on. I'm not seeing anything jump over here, but it's jumping over there. So what does that mean? Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Gretchen, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I see the time difference is less than a minute. So just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you're hearing slap back from me right now. No slap back. Okay, good. Good on the thumbs up. Okay. But what I'm not sure is happening is if we're getting audio from that side. So now what I'm going to do, and just walking through it, on the Mac Mini side over here, I'm going to now turn on the music again. The music is being played by the browser on Epidemic Sound. and we should be broadcasting that now. We just press play. I'm not hearing anything over here. So I'm not sure that's broadcasting. Let me see. Gonna minimize this window. And as you can see, the system audio over there is blasting. And in the settings, we have the system audio to be broadcast through Ecamm. I know we don't hear music. I don't hear it either. But we're seeing visual representations. So this is the whole thing. If I were to connect right now the Vision Pro, it still wouldn't transmit the audio. That should have worked in my mind, right? Like the way that I see it is like if I'm a guest and I'm calling into somebody's show, then I should be able to play music. And if I have my system audio turned on, then that should be coming in as well. Any sound effects, anything that I do should be coming in. And also, right now, it's not picking up the microphone like it did just a little while ago. And it shows like we're seeing here on screen, it's blasting, it's redlining onto, but because it's not slapping back, is why we also don't hear the music. This is really racking my brain. You know what? This is what I'm going to do right now, real quick. It's just we got to test it. We got to test things out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from Ecamm on this side, right? Yep, we're gonna leave. So I ended the conversation. Now I'm gonna go back over here. We're gonna turn off live demo mode. And what we're also going to do is we're going to shut down Ecamm. Okay. Now that I've shut it down, I'm gonna give it a minute. Then I'm gonna restart Ecamm, and I hope that no, it's not crisp. Thank you for that bit of information, right? Noise cancellation crisp. No, because we're not seeing anything at all. And the channel that the audio from this side is supposed to be coming in is not even going to be touched by crisp on my computer. You know, like the system audio that I have on my Mac Studio here is not being compressed by crisp. Only this microphone, which was what I was trying to kind of like switch over. So, like hypothetically, right now, let's say I have no crisp, no nothing. If I were to give you, Gretchen, the interview link, you should be able to connect to it, right? As soon as you're connected to me over here in Miami, then you should be able to go into your Ecamm, turn on system audio, and play music from your browser, and I be able to hear it. And if I can hear it, then the broadcast should be able to hear it. And that's where we're at hypothetically, like where what it should work. What's happening right now is that that's not working. You know, like if I were a guest and I was on this computer and I'm calling into the link. As soon as it's asking me for a camera feed, right? Which I give it the Ecamm virtual camera, and then is asking me for like the audio, which is going to be the system audio from the machine. Now, I no longer have it connected to the Rodecaster Pro, so hypothetically, I could be using any interface, right, for the microphone and for the speakers. The speakers, we're using the onboard headphone jack to a headphone, which I don't physically have in my ear, but that's where the audio is coming in. I don't need to re-listen to myself because I'm the only one speaking on the Mac Studio side. So that's fine there. And now it's asking for a microphone, right? The microphone is what I wanted to connect this guy to it and then have a muted microphone as well. And then at that point, the system audio and everything that the computer is broadcasting as far as music should transmit because it's the only bit of audio that it should transmit. And that's where we're at because we've set all that up, but it's actually not working the way it should or the way that it's supposed to work in my mind. So once again, now I'm going to open up Google Chrome. Actually, I need to open up Ecamm again. I shut off Ecamm for a bit. Okay, so I turn it back on, and it's hearing the music, all system audio. So hypothetically, if I were to go live on this Mac Mini right now, then it will not be hearing my microphone. It'll be blasting all the music that the browser is playing. So if I connect to interview link, that's exactly the audio that I should be pumping out. And if that works, then at the moment, as soon as I broadcast the audio from the Vision Pro to the computer, then it's gonna create the chain. Okay. So now music is playing, it's blasting. I'm gonna bring it down a bit, a lot of it. All right. Now we're going to open up another web browser and we're gonna click my link. Okay, now it's asking me for, well, you know, let me see if we can add this now. Might have messed up a step. Okay. So now the interview, I put my USB audio one without the microphone connected as it an Ecamm's virtual cam. And now we should hit join. Bam. We're ringing on my side. I connected. Music is still playing, but we're not hearing anything. Interesting. Okay, so I should be able to go back to this one, right? Yeah. See, that's the webcam from the outside. I'm gonna go over here and go into live demo. Yep. Switch to live demo. As you can see, right over here, music is playing in the browser in the background, except it's not being transmitted. Okay, then let's you know what? We have the microphone connected. Let's go ahead and turn on the microphone. We're hearing everything. That was a whole mess. That is so tough on me. Hearing myself come through all this. Woof. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. The microphone's on the camera's muted. The thing is, there is no camera connected to the Mac Mini, so it shouldn't be pulling audio from anywhere else. You see how easily, like, we're 40 minutes into this and we're basically still at step one. See, that was a crowd. I know that was so bad. And all of that was in my ears. And I was just like, oh, so I heard it. My apologies. Right. That's why we learn. Okay. So music is playing, but it's not being broadcast. That's super interesting. Okay. All right. So let's try to hit it one last different way to see if we can get this going. Yeah, but I think I tried that already. All right. Now to explain what my last thought is. As soon as I connect this Mac Mini to the USB-C, it will then broadcast all of the audio and everything from it. It will then be asking no, because as soon as I use Crisp over here, it will remove the music. 3-4 Media. Hey, how you doing, bro? We're here learning, trying to figure out how I can get this Vision Pro to work now. I see that you just came in, and thank you for saying what's up. Let me put your comment up here if I can find my mouse. Mr. 3-4 Media saying good day. Um, we're trying to figure out why we're not getting audio over to the interview, and it's such a mind meld right now because things should be working but they're not, and that's where I think is like the biggest splinter in my mind, which is why aren't these things working. So right now you're seeing a visual of my Mac Mini, which is sitting to the left of me. I am running this entire stream off of my Mac Studio. I called in from my Mac Mini to the studio through the interview mode because I'm trying to get that feed with audio. But yeah, that's so crazy. Okay. Okay. Trying to not leave so much dead silence, but this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to reconnect the Mac Mini to the Rode, right? So once that's connected, the audio source over here become this same microphone. So this same microphone that we have here, and already it's getting some weird audio glitching. Okay. We have the music again. But as you can see, I'm coming in through both sides. Testing. Test. Testing. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. I'm hearing Aiden completely. So I don't think Crisp is working. Even though it's not showing over here. Okay, no slap back. But you hear Aiden. Yep, I hear him clearly. Why isn't this working? Testing, testing. See, this is what I don't get. Yeah. Sorry for that. Because I'm using Crisp on the Mac Mini. I'm so glad it is. Hearing my own voice coming in through the headphones messes me up so bad. So right now, the microphone, this is the Crisp microphone. Testing. Yeah. Proximity. But Crisp is not working. What the? I'm in Miami, but I'm from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. My goodness. This is insane to me because you're seeing this, right? USB 1.0 is on Crisp. It's active. When I speak, I see the microphone move. Yet Aiden's coming through 100%. Like it ain't doing fiddly squat. Okay. Testing. I think that might have did it. For whatever reason, Crisp has not been working, and I think Ecamm's plugin. Let me see. Nope. Fail. My goodness. I think I have to call it, which is so disappointing. Like, the fuck does this work, man? My goodness. It's active. This has me for a loop. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for your help, even though we didn't get it going. So I'm going to put everything back. So now I'm just going to reverse everything to see if maybe something sparks as I reverse what I've done. So I'm turning off this microphone. Testing. Oh, turn that off. We're going to, right now, I'm going to disconnect from Ecamm. So yeah, I'm just gonna like disconnect the interview mode. So right over here, we're gonna go into Ecamm, or actually into the browser, and we're just gonna close the browser. Bam. Yep, we're gonna leave. Now we're gonna turn on the music again. Raise it up over here. Yep. Okay. So you see now, just to explain exactly, over here on my Mac Mini, I have it connected directly via USB-C. As soon as I connect it to the secondary channel of the Rodecaster, it starts communicating like it's the audio interface. So the same way that this Rodecaster is connected to my Mac Studio and I'm using the microphone to it, that microphone is represented by this same exact setup. So each computer is thinking, hypothetically, that it's the only thing that's connected to the Rodecaster, right? So the music and the microphones are being connected to each one of these computers. So now, what happens? As soon as... Oh, you know what? I'm going to give it one last shot. Which, see? Sometimes it doesn't even hit you. I'm going to try to do this on the laptop, because the laptop is not going to have any other type of connections whatsoever. And if I do it should broadcast just the audio that's connected to it. There's no extra microphone unless I mute it. But we're going to just try it. Hopefully you're still hanging out here to figure out to see if we can get this going. And let me just say thank you and for hanging out and try to help me out with this, because this is gonna be a splinter in my mind until I figure it out. Like, it's just gonna be like, why didn't it work? Please don't tell me it's dead. Oh, it's dead. Doesn't look like tonight's the night. Okay, so the idea is... Oh, it's coming up right now. The idea is that I can connect my Vision Pro to this machine just the same way. And then I'm gonna use this to call in. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, brother? Thanks, 3-4. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jeremy? This has been a learning. This has been a fail stream, so to speak, but failed to learn more things for the future. So for the last hour, pretty much, we've been trying to connect my Mac Mini to my setup, broadcasting audio without it doubling up and being on slapback. And it has to do mostly that I have both the machines that I'm trying to connect to on the same Rodecaster system. right? So right now, the Mac Mini's playing music, right, and is being broadcast to the Rodecaster. I have it controlled on a slider. Right? And that's how I have this set up so that it's broadcast. Now, to the Mac Studio, I have the microphone and everything running crisp so that it gives the cleanest audio possible. And because they're both connected to each other, whenever this computer, the Mac Mini, requires a microphone, it automatically grabs the microphone that's here from the Rodecaster. So it's basically two people trying to use the same exact microphone to the same live stream, and we're getting slapped back and a bunch of stuff. So hypothetically, muting microphones and changing the sources should have worked, yet it didn't. And like demonstrated it completely on the stream, like this should be this should be that. But at the end of the day, it's two computers that are connected to the same audio interface. So now we're taking a step back, or sideways, so to speak, sidestepping. And now I'm going to connect my MacBook Air. And I'm going to call into my live stream as a guest. And then I'm going to put the eCam as a guest that I'm logging into here into live demo mode, which is going to show the entirety of the screen. And at that moment, I should be able to connect my Vision Pro to it, and then have the Vision Pro be broadcasting everything that the laptop is showing. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to show you what I see on the Vision Pro, and have my face in the bubble right here on the bottom left-hand corner, showing that it's on my face so you can see me, but then also see what I see. Okay, so first we're gonna open up eCam on this side. Okay, and we're on the built-in webcam. I'm gonna go into options, and I'm gonna go into live demo mode. So now we're showing the entirety of the live demo. I'm now gonna open up my browser. And now I'm gonna join in. Okay, I'm trying to call into myself, and it's stuck on ringing. Let's try that again. I Come on, man. Come on, bro. What's going on here? It is straight SOS. It's stuck on stupid. Bro, what's going on? One more time. I'm gonna need to make this emoji. Like DFQ, man. DFQ is happening here. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. I just pulled out a USB cable and I connected my OBSBot camera. Just look at me. Follow me over here. Okay, stay there. This is what I get for not like constantly using, but this is the whole thing. Like, yeah, like everything's ready. Like, all right, one last time. Okay, so what I did now is in Ecamm, I connected the OBSBot tail air light. Is that, no, the tiny 2 light, sorry. And now I'm logging in. We have a camera. Okay. We have a camera. 10-4. Right. This is so stupid. It literally is having a problem. Like, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I haven't used the laptop and I need to update the system itself, but it's literally telling me off of the browser, oops, there's a problem that I can't find the microphone. I'm like, I didn't attach an extra microphone. Like, the browser is Chrome. I'm on Chrome. Big time Chrome user. That's so. It's like inching step by step. I don't get it. How is it that you don't find the microphone now? This is the stupidest thing on the planet. There's one built in to the computer. It's all about permissions. What is going on? Fucking update is this? This is how interesting it is when my mind and my gears are going. And it's just like, why is everything acting like a POS right now? What's happening here now? Goodness. Once again. Wow. Nothing. Nothing is working the way that it should. Super interesting. One last time. It's telling me, please grant access to your camera and microphone. Okay, one last thing. Hard reset on the computer. Shut down. Just knock out. Disconnect, turn off. Hard reboot. What else? What the hell else could be left here? Like, this is the face of frustration right here, guys. Not gonna lie. So thank you for hanging out here with me. It's not upset, just frustration, because it's like, I really thought 15 minutes we had this lock. Like I was just dealing with a bit of slap back, like this, like that. No, none of it. Why do you automatically open? Yeah, and it's saying that it's not responsive. Stop. My bad, guys. Every program decided to open up after, once again after I restarted. Close. Quit. Quit. I don't care about that. Now we're stuck on ringing. No, I'm good, T4. Serenity now. Like, no, but I'm showing you guys, like, hey, you know what? This is the realness. Sometimes you try to get these things, and this is the learning curve. Like, a lot of people come to me saying, like, how does this get done? And sometimes they wonder, like, how is it that you know this stuff? Is because a lot of times you guys are seeing how, you know, the sausage is made right now. A lot of times it's like trial and error. A lot of this is just me, you know, like let's say I'm doing dishes, my mind is still gonna be working on this. It's just gonna be a splinter, be like, why did this? And it's like I'm running through the entire process over and over and over again in my mind, and it's just like, no, you see, I appreciate that 340. You understand? Say draw a picture, right? But that's not what's happening right now. Like I can show you what's happening right now, which is driving me nuts. It's like I'm getting everything. I restarted the computer, and now we're just stuck on stupid, and it's not making the call that it's supposed to be making the call. It's just, yeah, SOS, stuck on stupid. Yeah, it's just taking forever. Shut it down. Can you remind me exactly how we do that again, Gretchen? Because I just shut down the computer, and I was about to give it up, but that's a good thing. What is it that you need to press? Command and Control, or is it Command and Option when you start it up? It's just- all I can do is laugh. I'll tell you the truth, guys. All I can do is laugh because it's just like, you know. I just started a Zoom meeting because I've been doing all of this through interview mode. But I'm waiting for Gretchen for you to let me know exactly how you clear the cache. Yeah. Okay. You're killing me here, Smalls. You're killing me. Success. It's finally calling in. Okay. Okay, so what I've done is that I have muted the MacBook Air so that it's not slapping back any of the audio that is coming through, right? And I've also muted the microphone so that that microphone is also not picking up anything from me. So right now I should be able to go into the Apple Vision Pro screen and throw this right there. Perfect. Why aren't you working now? All the AI stuff is not working. Oh, there it is. Now you're following me. There we go. All right here. Let's lock you in. Even the OBS bot, it's like everything is just moving super slow. But I digress. Here, I'm gonna go back to Ecamm. And now I'm going to go live demo. Right? Okay. That should be broadcasting everything through. And now the last step. Fingers crossed, okay? Here we go. I'll do this thing. Okay. So you guys are seeing me here. Okay. now it's not doing it. It's stuck on the camera. Okay, I might have to fix this in just a quick second. So once again, I'm gonna stop mirroring. You gotta figure this out. Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah, yeah. It's still not coming through. Why? Okay. One last thing. Okay. Think I got it. Okay, so this is the desktop. Okay? This is the desktop. And you're seeing all the desktop icons. So now when I come in here, right? Fix it right. Perfect. Now finally. All right. So now as you can see, you're seeing what I see in all the windows of the Mac, right? And you're seeing me at the same time. Did we lose it? Sort of. It's a bit glitchy. We're on wireless, right? But as you can see, this is the Mac Air that's broadcasting it, and I am sending the signal over to the Mac Studio, and I'm using it as a camera. But now you get to see me wear it on this camera, and you're also seeing what I see in real time. So the first thing that we do is like, oh my God, we don't want to see this messy desk and stuff like that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my digital crown, and we're going to see this thing here in the pops out in the front, right? And that is my backgrounds. And the more I scroll into it, the more of Mount Hood we get to see, right? And it's up to my discretion. So you see, like right in this area, we're going to start transitioning from Mount Hood back to my place, right? And even over here, we start seeing the gradient just fade over. And that's the first thing that I do when I hang out in my, like when I'm gonna do my work, because I will pop this open over here and then start working on it immediately. Ooh, I don't know if I can do that as well. I'm gonna try to do something else, okay guys? So right here, I'm gonna just put my hand over, and this is the coolest thing because as you can see, this is like my Tony Stark hand, right? I just lift it up and I do this motion and I get this button. And if I click, I get all of my apps opened up to me, ready to rock and roll, right? But at the same time, when I do this to open it and close it, I can flip it over and it's telling me the exact amount, if you can see right there, like the amount of immersion that I have going, right? And then it's also giving me my battery life, my Wi-Fi, and the time. But if I want more information, I'm just gonna click into it and then I start getting this, right? So right now I'm mirroring to the MacBook Air, and I've never done this, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to connect to the Mac Mini at the same time. And if it does this, my goodness, are we in business? What are you I hope you understand what we're doing here right now. So just to show you that this is the Mac Mini in all its entirety right now, and I have the ability to make it my biggest screen, right? So I'm gonna look at the bottom right hand corner, I'm gonna pinch, and I'm gonna just close this down and make it a size. But this is one of the new updates. We have our standard view, our wide view, and our ultra view, and right now I have it on the ultra wide, right? But this is our standard view, so we'll just be able to condense this, and now everything that's being done on the Mac Mini, I'm broadcasting it here, and now this becomes my desk, right? So I do this with my Mac Studio, and this is exactly how I have it connected. Oh, I might have asked too much of it. Let's see. I'm just gonna close it real quick, right? Just to get back to it. But once again, because like this is super impressive, everything that the Apple Vision Pro is doing right now, because it's transmitting the signal over to the MacBook Air. That's oh, we lost the connection display. Hold on, let me see where we're at here. All right, so I'm just double checking. I'm seeing your messages over here because I've lost your like everything. Like as you can see, I no longer see my desk in front of me. But let's try once again to see if we can connect to the Mac Mini. Yes. Okay. And you can see, and now this is a virtual display. And if I wanted to, right, I'm just going to continue to hit on the dial and I'm going to go all the way. And what that does is that now it's full immersion. See? All the way to the back. I look down. I can see Aiden because I know he's down here, and you can see him start popping through, right? If I just stare at him. So regardless, I still never lose track of Aiden when I'm checking him out. But at the same time, I could be in full immersion. And what I'm explaining about this that I find that's like really cool is that I just set up 2 little lights that just glow on my desk at night, and I'm able to turn off all the lights and then jump into this environment over here and still have, like, you know, bright day and things like that, but then still have a adequate size screen that I have the ability to just go ahead and edit and do all of the things that I want. But the Apple Vision Pro is kicking butt right now, if you really think about what it's doing, because it's giving me a virtual display, right, of my Mac Mini. So the Mac Mini's connecting into it and broadcasting in front of me. At the same time, it's creating a unreal environment, right? A virtual environment of Mount Hood in the background. At the same time, it's transmitting all of the information that it's receiving and processing, including my hand gestures and everything, over to the Mac Mini so that it can be displayed and shared. And then I have the Mac Mini broadcasting that over into my Mac Studio so that I can show it to you guys. Like, this is a hell of a daisy chain, so to speak, system, but it is amazing. And now that it's a half an hour past it, but we actually fixed everything. We can hear the audio from me. I'm not sure if it's picking up the audio from the Vision Pro, but we're gonna find out right now, right? And how are we gonna do that? We're gonna close this off, and I'm gonna go into my favorite game, which is this one right here called Synth Riders. And with that, I'm going to... Oh no, that sucks for me. The audio is not passing through. Let me make sure. Oh, we've been listening to bad audio here the whole time because I turned off the crisp. You've been hearing Aiden and everything, even though we got it to work. Should sound better. Okay, so now that I have it here, right? You guys... All right. So this is like my favorite game, and look, we can once again... Let me see if I can show you guys over here. I'm going to turn around. And now I'm going to display it. So this is exactly how it works. I'm going to go ahead and put the music back up, that you guys could at least hear something. All right, and I wish I could show you, because this has a lot to do with music, right? And it's very important. But just to show you exactly what it is that I do, I click start and this little triangle shows up in front of me, and then you can see my hands automatically get converted into these globes. And now all I have to do is match all of the globes to each one. And it's like baseball and Pac-Man and so many, and like, you know, what is it, Tai Chi? There's so many things that I think are added into this, and this is just amazing for hand-eye coordination. But believe it or not, this is the easy level, and the heavy duty levels, you see I had to duck there. The heavy duty levels, man, they actually get me to sweat. Like, and in no time, I'll be sweating up a storm, and I can do this for about an hour, and it works my cardio and does a lot of different things. But this is absolutely my favorite game. This thing is just, I can't tell you how much time I've spent on this. It's so funny because the music that's playing right now matches nothing to what is actually like being shown. But you know what? I don't doubt that I probably would have got a copyright strike if I would have broadcasted the music. So this is probably the best of both worlds, even though I wasn't able to do it. But at the same time, as you can see, this thing is like, makes you Doctor Strange, and it's got a mixture of so many different things and hand-eye coordination. I absolutely love this. Like, if somebody told me that this Vision Pro only did this thing, I still might get it. Because this game alone feels like a ride roller coaster at Disney World, hands down, every single time. And it's interactive. So I absolutely love it. Like, I can't get enough of it. And I'll show you one thing as soon as I'm done with this song. But got a minute left. Let's see if I can finish it off even without the music, right? Is that I played this so much that I'm like up on the leaderboards for the majority of these songs, because I just love playing it and it gives me a completely different challenge. Oh my goodness. This is like the worst song for this track. Like this, it feels like coffee in the morning. Bam, and that's game there. 2586 was my score. And we'll see exactly where we're at here. Still not even close to my best second score. But as you can see, Ty, I gotta give Ty all the props. That dude rocks. He is on so many of these tracks. So as you can see, that's that one. We go to the next song, and if it says no score set, that's not true. Giving me a problem connecting. Oh, it's definitely having issues connecting right now. You can select a completely set of different songs. See, second place, second place, second place. The only person who's got me is Ty. Ty MVP, man, he's got me by just that little bit, but this absolutely is my favorite. Oh, and I forgot to show you, if I were to click here in immersive, right, then it does the same thing. If I were to start a song, instead of just being the triangle, now the entirety of the environment is like these huge like guys show up, and now you're able to play it completely submerged in this. And like I said, I absolutely love it. It's like Doctor Strange and everything, but I'm not gonna go through another minute of this. Like, my hands automatically go to it. My goodness, I'm so bad at this. Okay, let's quit the song. And then that's that. So now I'm gonna once again come right back, full circle, right? Bam. Yes, and this is what we see, and I absolutely love it. Now, I wanted to show you guys some stuff from Apple TV, right? Like this thing here. This is like absolutely mind-boggling what they were able to do with high definition Vision Pro, and this is like videos made for Vision Pro. And if you can, if you have the ability to go to an Apple store, just try this on and watch this immersive experience on Apple TV. I highly recommend everyone do that, because this is something that I think should be watched by everyone. Even if you don't like Metallica and you're not a fan, which I'm okay with Metallica, not the biggest fan, but the video and the production and what they were able to do with this thing right here is just second to none. But there's so many different things that you can find when it comes to this. There's so much content now that is made specifically for the Vision Pro. As you can see right there next to the TV PG, you got the little Vision Pro little moniker. See, this is made for other things, but you always see like the 3D experience and things like that are particular to it. And as you can see, I'm already very used to like navigating with my hands, that I also feel, and I've mentioned it before, that I think I can navigate a lot faster because it's what my eyes are looking at. So instead of me looking for my mouse cursor like I've done quite a few times on today's episode, well, I don't have to do that with the Apple Vision Pro because it's all here at my disposal. Yep, that's another thing that I do. This is my Steam Link. So I open that up and I connect to my PC, and then my PC, I'm playing my video games on it. That's my PX Play, which is my PlayStation X Play, and that connects to my PlayStation 4, and it does the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this right now, just to show you guys, right? Boom. And then we're going to get out of the immersiveness, which brings everything back. I'll hang out like this. But at the same time, what was I saying? I lost track. I was going to get rid of this. But we finally figured it out. We didn't get the audio, but at least we didn't have audio slap back issues with it. But at the same time, there's so much that I can do with this system. I absolutely love it. Let me go back to the main shot. Bam. We should be good. And yeah, that's one of the many ways that I actually use the Apple Vision Pro. I still need to figure this out. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Like, good 40 minutes past the hour. But we got it in. We were able to at least show something at the end of the day. So I'll be able to sleep better at night. So thank you, guys. But I did not forget what we do here on week in, week out basis, which is Cities God channels that I think you should go and watch. And this week, we have Mr. Justice Stewart. Now, I wish I can tell you this guy, I have so much information on him. I literally found him today and I was like, you know what, this almost seems perfect. He's definitely a camera junkie, and the first video that I saw of his is probably one of the videos that's blowing up the most right now for him, which is this one. This has 62,000 views in a month and is the one that I saw. I found his channel because of this video, and budget friendly gear or camera gear that you would actually use. And once I saw like his first two items, I was like, this guy definitely has a very similar mindset. The first thing he pulled out was a magic arm, and then the next thing was like the little 3-footed tripods like this. And I was just like, bro, this guy is right up in my alley. I forgot to leave the message, but I feel like I should do it now, which is, you know what, let's go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna click on the video. Oh, this. Oh, I'm in incognito mode, so I'll do it later. But that I just need to put on there to actually tell him like, hey, you need to connect that 3-footed tripod to the magic arm and use it as a tripod or a makeshift tripod, because it's actually one of my favorite things to do. So I wish I had more to tell you, but so far so good as far as the content that I found of his. And that's this week's Cities God channels that I think you should go and watch. Mr. Justice Stewart that I just found earlier today with that video, and I'm looking forward to see more of his content. So now, on another little side note, if you guys didn't know, I released a version of Cities God podcast earlier today. So definitely go ahead and check that out. It was an amazing conversation that I had with Mr. Brandon Washington. And I'm super excited because now there's something that's completely done and viable. I had the conversation with him this week. And the same week, I was able to turn around and pump out that episode of Cities God, which has me stoked because now all I'm doing is actually going through with Chat GPT, and it's a bit of a process, but just to explain, I'm building a database so that I don't kind of like get crossed up because there's been so many episodes of Cities Gaw that now I actually want to go back and I'm taking the transcripts of all of my live streams and feeding it into chat so that whenever I mention the creator, right, from Cities Gone, is gonna automatically put it into like the time, date, location, the episode, and all this. And I'm gonna have like a cool little spreadsheet database of all of the Cities Got information. So that's to come, which will allow me to not repeat Cities Got people, but also have a better database of the people who I want to invite into the Cities Got podcast side of it. So like a lot of amazing things to look forward to. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with all of the crazy things that I'm doing, whether it's on Vision Pros, Roadcasters, Mac computers, or just simply the Cities Got podcast. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're still hanging out, please remember to hit the like button. It's highly appreciated. And we've done it, even though we're 45 minutes past the hour. We have completed episode 227, and that used to be a television show I used to watch back in the day. Give me a thumbs up if you guys remember 227. But 227 is how many episodes we have done consecutive of the Camera Junkie live stream, week in, week out, without missing a beat. You heard it correct. That's over 4 years of the Camera Junkie live stream every single Saturday night. So that's why I say like, subscribe, mark it down on your calendars every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Camera Junkie on the Mr. Camera Junkie YouTube channel. Now, Ecamm just telling me is having errors making my video files, so it's a great time to close this up. But as always, guys, thank you for hanging out here with me. You are the reason why this is my favorite place to hang out every single weekend, and I can't emphasize that enough. So I can't wait till next week when we're doing it all over again, and I get to see all of your smiley faces right here while we do episode 228 of the Camera Junkie live stream. So everyone, take care of yourselves and each other, and until next week, I will see you next time. Talk to you.